day 1 here in Germany. We didn't get out in the first session today as the guys were working on the car, making sure everything was good after Riga, because we actually had quite some damage to fix. But basically, whole new body kit on the right hand side. One of the bicep hubs was bent, an arm, bolts, front steering rack, front arm, and then do a full alignment, and then along with all the other general maintenance that needs to be done to my car between events. So that took a bit longer than expected, but we got there in the end. We got out for the second session and the last session, but only ended up getting 4 laps, because even though we have short groups, or small amount of groups, we still have short amount of time to do it. So just didn't get a whole pile of practice. Car does look pretty beat up, but it's not that bad because bumper needs to be cleaned, but it's obviously scruffed up from practice today. New quarter panel, new side skirt, and a new front wing. The door, some of this black marks may come off. The bonnet is still damaged from Mondello, and also a new front bumper along with the wing. There's good panels and bad panels, but it is what it is. Left side is still as it was in Riga, so not that bad. But thank you to Moose Design for getting the panels wrapped. I painted them last week before I went to Seattle, and then Moose got them wrapped, and we got them brought over with Davin Leahy, who was one of the wild cards here this weekend. But yeah, car is running sweet, driving pretty good, handling feels as normal, so at least all of the stuff that we've done all feels as it should, so that's all good. Other than that, we have raised the rev limiter. We took the wing off because the sides of the track have the fences on the walls. Car feels kind of fast, to be honest. Me and Conor done a lead and chase in the last session, so it doesn't feel bad, but we still have a lot of grip to put into the car for sure. And we had just a struggle with gearing a small bit. Conor nailed it from the get-go. He's going for a 1 gear full track tactic. I'm going for a downshift, so I'll be entering in third, dropping the second. Seems to be working pretty good for my tyre wear. Conor's car was pretty mint after Riga, so everything is as it was basically. Just done some general maintenance. They're going to give it a service tonight, make sure engine oil and all that kind of stuff is good. And Fion's car is also back together after the collision in Riga, but the Kevlar holds up pretty well now. It looks like it has a lot of battle scars on the back. This bit of metal underneath here had gone down and in, so we just kind of straightened all that, put back on all the panels. His door is okay, wing is pretty good, the front bumper and the bonnet is pretty beat up, but nothing too hectic. We did have to drop the subframe and do a bit of welding to that on the back, so Stephen and Liam got that sorted, and Colin and Podge kind of focused on my car. We're kind of looking pretty good for tomorrow. We had an electrical issue with Fion's car, just a relay failed, but with the temperatures here today, it was very hard on everything. It was almost 40 degrees, so very, very hot. But yeah, other than that, not much else to report. Track feels the same as it did the last time we were here, but gearing for some reason is a lot different, which is strange, because not too sure if the tyres got softer or the track just have to getting a bit more gritty or something, but they're definitely not lasting as long. But yeah, hopefully once the grip goes down tomorrow, we should be okay. Once we lower tyre pressures and actually start gripping the car up. But I think we're not a million miles away, to be honest, at the moment. Feels pretty good back to back with Conor's car, and that's usually a good reference point. So yeah, he got a bit more practice than me today, but I'll probably pass the mic to him and tell him to give you a rundown of his day. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for day 2. We have practice, qualifying, and who knows, maybe a showdown, but maybe not, because the driving here with this track, every driver can do it absolutely perfect in my eyes. Cut-off is going to be very, very high tomorrow, so if we're outside the top 10, I wouldn't be disappointed, because I think that would even be a high score. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get more lead runs tomorrow and can nail this line and be in a good position for battles.
So day done is day done. Wow. Am I bald? I actually think it's pretty good, to be honest. I can't show off my hair. It's that bad. Don't slag me if I'm bald. Yeah, Noah, if you're watching this, I didn't like your, I don't appreciate your comment about me going bald, but I am going bald and there's nothing I can do about it. So we're in Germany. Day 2 is, or day 1, Jesus, I don't know what day I have. Day 1 is done. Pretty good day. Got like a total of 6 laps, finished off practice with 2 laps with Jack. Yeah, overall, very happy. Car, as always, this whole season has been really strong. Haven't really touched it since I came out of the trailer. This man right here, PC Podge Cronin, is the man. He has been doing an incredible job this year, along with all the team. But I have to give credit to Podge. He's a phenomenal mechanic, a guy who puts his heart and soul into this team, and I can't thank him enough. He's my main mechanic, but also the rest of the team plays a huge part. Liam, Colm, Stephen, and everyone else who's involved to get us here. So it's been a really enjoyable year for me to drive at this team. A lot different to last year, I would say. Obviously, we had some problems, but every round, every lap in this car has been really enjoyable. Jack has done such a good job this off-season with the setup of the car, changed some things again, and every time I drive it, it gets better. So haven't really touched it since it came out of the trailer this weekend, but it's been pretty good. Dropped the PSI a little bit for the last 2 runs, and we still have a lot of grip to put in the car, but it already feels quite hooked up, so that's quite a good feeling. And yeah, qualifying day tomorrow. It's going to be a hard day tomorrow because I think the cutoff in qualifying is going to be close to 90, 91. So we got a big day ahead of us, but overall the feeling is very good. I'm looking forward to a big day tomorrow, I hope, and hopefully a big weekend. Quite silly to give the championship back into the hands of Peter in Riga, but we reset, refocus, get my head back in the game. I don't know where my head was in Riga, but it wasn't at the racetrack, that's for sure. So yeah, now I've made it hard work for myself. I just got to keep focusing and try to find the groove again. Really enjoyed the runs with Jack. He had a little bit of a moment when I crossed the finish line, because sometimes you forget why you do this sport, and when you're under a lot of pressure, a lot of small things can slip through, but moments like that are very special. Every time we get to drive together is very cool. So thank you to the team, thank you to everybody who's been doing a phenomenal job, all our sponsors, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow for qualifying day here in Germany.
Pizza. So because practice been to plan, we're celebrating with some pizza. Colm has his ordered. No, he actually has his got. Show Colm, man. He's flat out. Insert the skydive clip right here.
In seinem GT86 hier im Chase, und der macht hier großen Prozess. Fires through the gears, looks down towards the wall and gets it dialed in on the handbrake for quite a long time. Though slows that car down now, picks up the throttle on the foot brake as he pushes the back end, that GT86 in towards those zones. Looks for 4, you can see him slowing that car down, but gets it done before he gets into outside zone 4. Now works that throttle, works the steering as he flicks it towards outside zone 5, comes up a little shallow. It'll be forgiven a little bit by the judges for the shortness of a GT86 towards the wall and across the line. And in core, Toyota GT86 2JZ 950 horsepower, wipes the sweat from the brow and gets ready to throw down here in Germany as he comes off the line. This incredible Toyota GT86 with pop of flame, the anti-lag banging as Jack Shanahan fires down. Look at the angle on initiation, slams on the foot brake, keeps that car under control as he now works his way around that long outside zone into the wall. Shanahan flicks it back, outside zone 4 coming up, nice line so far from Shanahan. Alright, reflects off the wall, flicks it, big angle, uses the angle to slow the car down, now gets into 6, runs a whole back bumper along the wall, and once again on that final outside zone. Driftmasters champion, slams the door closed, this Toyota GTA 62 JZ 950 Tilts power, spins the wheels off the line straight away, slams through the gears, very focused. Conor Shanahan this weekend, haven't really had a chance to speak to him. He's been in the zone and on the track as he now gets himself into it, puts the back end of that Red Bull GT86 right where it needs to be. And it's a very nice line so far from Shanahan. Little dab of the handbrake now in to outside zone 4. Beautiful, but a little tag out sets the car a little bit. Has to work to get himself back into it as he comes down for outside zone 5. Beautiful line from Shanahan in 6. Goes for 7, and look at this, is textbook from Shanahan across the line.
So day 2 is in full flow. We are now sitting second position in qualifying. Conor is sitting third. Peter Viensek is sitting in first place with a 97. Quite confused with his score, to be honest. He got maximum points for angle, and in my opinion, he drove straight for most of the run in comparison to me and Conor, I think. But that's my opinion, I guess. It doesn't count, especially for the judging. But still pretty happy. I was super nervous. Practice didn't really go to plan today for me, so I was a bit like not pissed off after practice, but just nervous because I kind of knew I had it all to do. But put down the smoothest run I could. It was very tentative, lots of left foot braking just to be sure. But we got all the line, we got a good angle, and just fully committed, like limiter for the whole track. So that paid off, but we can definitely do better, that's for sure. I just hope that they can see it, and if I can just pull it all together for the next one. Conor's practice was good, qualifying was good. He's got a 96.5. Looked like a pretty decent run. His line couldn't have been any better. Maybe a bit more angle, but he got crucified for it. But yeah, Fionn has an 86.5, I think. Not bad run, to be fair, just a little bit too tentative, and he just needs to drive a little bit harder. Like, his line is actually not bad, but I think he's losing points for angle and fluidity. So if he can pull it all together, he'll definitely be in the show as well. But the scores weren't that high for the first run, but I'm quite happy with where we're sitting. I think a 97 or 96.5 should at least keep me in the top 5 or 6, I'd hope. But next run, everyone's going to be pushing super hard, but we're going to try go and see if we can get a bit further and see how it goes. But yeah, still quite impressed, quite happy with that. So yeah, we'll see how the next ones go and see where we end up.
What is up, everybody? First qualifying run is done. We currently sit P3 with a 95. Happy because it's a nerve-wracking session right now. The scores are high and we needed to make sure that we got in. A little bit disappointed because I thought I was close to first, but always that's going to be the opinion, you know. But try my best. I personally don't think I left 5 points out there, but we just got to pick up the pieces again and try go again. But car is on it. Really is good right now as the track is starting to grip up. So looking forward to the next run. Full tilt. I will make sure that there's no points left out there the next time, or else it'll be wrecked one or the other. But good to get in the show. 2 Shanahans inside the top 3 after the first session. Quite good. So pretty happy. Good feeling so far.
And an 85.5 in the top 32 at the moment, but a nervous way stayed where he is in 29th position. Off the start line through the gears comes the young Irishman, flicks that car to angle, nice initiation, down he comes towards the wall. Will he get on the throttle nice and early? He does. Lets that car wash a little bit, stands on the foot brake, gets the accelerator fully open though, so now works his way around, goes for this outside zone. You see him double tap of the handbrake there, trying to make sure he definitely gets into 4, perfectly timed. And there he goes, tail lights reflected off the wall as Fionn gets in to the second to last outside zone nicely as he follows that white line right to the edge of the circuit and across the line. Shanahan, Toyota GT86. Currently sitting in second place with a 96.5. Nothing to lose right now, and that's dangerous. Because Jack Shanahan says, well, if I'm second, and there's only maybe one other guy that can beat me, 2 other guys that can beat me, I'm going to go out, go help. This weekend, it's going to be a story, it's going to be a movie, that's for sure, as he slams through the gears. Shanahan from Ireland in that Red Bull Toyota GT86 tries to go right to the wall, holds on to it, slams in the bottom nice and early, does what he tries to do. Now fires it back onto the wall once again as Shanahan opens up the throttle. He's on the top line, he's currently in third in qualifying. What can he do as he absolutely fires through outside zone 4, full throttle transition from Shanahan, dabbles the foot brake, wheel on the white line, tail lights on the wall from Shanahan.
want to use me for this one or no?
No, it's okay.
Best of luck, buddy.
Let's enjoy this, everybody, as a team.
Into the kitchen table. Oh, it certainly is. This is for sibling rivalry. Well, here we go. The lights start to illuminate. We get a green light. It's going to be Conor Shanahan to lead out Jack Shanahan for the final of our qualifying showdown. Look at this. Jack Shanahan straight onto the back bumper of Conor as they fire in. A little stall up from Conor, and it holds off Jack. Now Jack starts to apply the pressure as Conor goes for that wide line. A good transition, but Jack Shanahan's with him. He can't be shaken as he almost makes contact in outside zone 4. They go wheel to wheel, and they go for the transition. It didn't even make sense. Jack really pulling the whole front end of the car as he buries the wheel into the door across the line. And this is for our final run of our qualifying showdown. They spin the wheels off the line, they get through the gears, and here we go for the final run of the evening as they fire through. Look at this from Conor straight onto the door of Jack. He's closer than Jack was before as they fire into the outside zone. Look at the line from Jack Shanahan though, nice and deep into those zones, but Shanahan, Conor's with him onto the door as he's glued the front wheel to the passenger door and the driver door of that GT86 into outside zone 5 goes Jack Shanahan, but look at this from Conor. Conor can't be...
So the day is done, perfect day for me. P1 in qualifying, P1 in the showdown after a sick battle with Jack. I actually think probably one of the best battles that we had because it kind of felt like not as much pressure as if we were actually battling for like top 8 or top 4 because none of us really want to lose. But I think that run we were like, it's all in and see what happens. So big battle going on. But yeah, really good day. Obviously, massive thanks to the team. It's hot today. It was hard for them to do everything and lots of work needed to be done. So great job to them. They turned Jack's car around amazing as well after the crash in Riga. And it's cool to see that whatever we throw at them, they always seem to deliver. And obviously big thanks to Jack, Jeroen from DBM. The car, I feel like I'm a broken record, but the car is so good. Like, makes my job easy, to be honest. So it makes my, I think, kind of sharper because I don't have to be under as much pressure where I'm stressing about the car. I can just kind of focus really on my driving and I know that the car is going to react to everything I give it. So thanks to the boys, big day tomorrow, close the gap to 12 points. I've been trying to drive off those emotions all day to stay as consistent as I can, get back in the zone. We're trying our best to be in the best mental state that we can right now and make sure that we fight tomorrow as best we can.
So, main day here in Ferropolis. Last night, pretty good. Me and Conor ended up winning qualifying. I was third. And then me and Conor were in the final of the showdown together and he got the win, so he got maximum points. Second in showdown, got a few points myself, which was pretty sweet. We have David Spossel, top 32. Conor has Yarkala, so 2 tough battles to get from the get-go, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. We're going to jump in the cars now, get up to practice. They've already started, so we might only get 2 laps, maybe 4. Car's going to head down now, but yeah, excited. The weather was a lot cooler today, so the track should be a lot grippier because I feel like the track was actually too hot yesterday. So yeah, we're going to go, jump in the car, and hopefully everything goes to plan.
Happy between now and then, and Conor Shanahan. I mean, Jarkko Jula definitely got a big fight, but this is the driver that's got so many eyes on him right now. 16 points behind the lead. Every single battle is going to mean everything to this championship. Nothing will be set here. We've done it. It's going to set everything up for what's going to happen in it.
So, top 32 done. Nervous. Holy shit, nervous. So scared of losing that one. Managed to get the win, but just about, like, really props to him. He gave me such a good battle, really clean battle, but we advance on. Now the nerves will go away and we can drive like last night again, but that was really, really, really nerve-wracking.
How are you feeling?
Very nervous.
Yeah.
Very nervous. Shitting myself, to be honest. The nerves this year have been absolutely chronic. It's not great. So top 32 in the bag. Not a very clear-cut battle with Bossop. He drove very well. He was actually quite fast, to be honest. We haven't put any more in the car since like qualifying basically, but we had enough. I was kind of a bit unsettled in the chase. My lead felt good, but the chase was a bit unsettled, but done enough to get the win. We had a bit of a tyre fire, so we're just going to double check that we don't have any leaks or anything, because I'm not too sure if it's just the heat of the tyre plus the tyre rubber that's in the wheel arch, or was there a backfire or something that made it happen. But it's never happened in this car before, so a bit confusing. We move into the top 16. James is after getting knocked out top 32 with a mechanical issue, so we're now in a good place for a top 3 in championship if we do good tonight. Plan is just to get ahead in the game, push as hard as we can, and hopefully make it all the way to the finals. Ideal scenario would be to meet Conor there again. That'd be ideal. But yeah, car felt pretty sweet that time. We need to try find a bit more grip, then just start pushing again and just drive harder and see how it goes. But yeah, good job.
For the man of the moment, for them, Max Heidrich.
An incredible battle. Neither of them back down. Conor needs to sustain the championship, and Dwayne needs this after all the mechanicals he's had this season.
But he's had heartbreak all the way through 2025. It isn't the year he'd wanted, but now Dwayne McKeever sits with a hope, with an opportunity to try and claw some points back, and he fires in onto the door. And Shanahan puts it to the wall. McKeever can't be shaken. They go to that second outside zone. And Shanahan's got that flawless lead line. The top qualifier yesterday puts it right where it needs to be. McKeever, though, in tow. He knows he can lean and trust on Shanahan as they come through the outside zone, through the smoke, the transition, so close, almost ripping the front and back off both the cars. As McKeever goes for the door once again, Shanahan across the line. Might be business for Marcin, but it's business in more for the drivers in the cars. They slam through the gears. Look at this, Shanahan watching McKeever's every move as they fire down to initiation. McKeever fires that car in. Shanahan shallows up the angle, looks for the front wheel, looks for the door. And McKeever's 180SX as he absolutely fires for the outside zone. Shanahan goes for kill though, he goes for the back bumper already, and now starts to lose a little ground as McKeever squeezes the throttle through the floor. Big brake transition from Shanahan, he jumps onto the door, and this could be the move he needed as he squeezes McKeever to the wall. And why is he going to go left for McKeever, right for Shanahan? Oh, it's going to be a one more time. It's a one more time. Certainly is. When we go back to the line to the one more time battle between Conor Shanahan and Dwayne McKeever, you know, sit back and take it easy. Want him to put on a fight. Well, here we go. Car slams into gear. We'll wait for the green lights. Shanahan to lead out McKeever. The higher qualifier opted to lead first once again as he clutch kicks that car to initiation. But look at McKeever right down the inside. More aggressive than he was before. He goes wheel to wheel. Backs off to let Shanahan get the job done on that transition now. Works his way back into the groove. As Shanahan goes for outside zone 4. McKeever's closer than ever before. Look at this. He's tagging the door on outside zone 4. McKeever's a man possessed. How did he make that transition work? McKeever back off the door. Once again, goes to Silver Hill and does across the line. Championship on the line right now for Conor Shanahan. He slams that car into gear and he gets the green light. McKeever leaves and they are ready to rock and roll as they come down and through the gears, flick that car to initiation. Look at this, Shanahan now tries to repaint the favour as he goes door to door through outside zone 1. Shanahan almost mirror image of McKeever's chase, and now McKeever opens up the throttle. Shanahan goes for a brake dive. They get into outside zone 4. He tags it on the wall and upsets the line ever so slightly. Shanahan falls back as he now dives through the smoke, looking for the side. And McKeever's 180SX. He's into the final outside zone and across the line. Look at this, Conor Shanahan. He still looks nervous. Yeah. Here we go. Decisions in. Left for McKeever, right for Conor Shanahan. It's one vote for Shanahan. It's going to be Conor Shanahan getting the win. We go back on the line. We go. It's going to be Jack Shanahan's take on Espen Road. They slam the cars into gear. They get the green light. Shanahan leaves the line and looks down the barrel as he fires that car into initiation. Espen Road lost a little bit on the initiation. Has to sacrifice the outside zone. Shanahan deep. Look at the line from Jack Shanahan. It's absolutely beautiful as Espen Road goes for a dive onto the back bumper of the GT86 into outside zone 4. As Espen Road now looks for the front wheel. Can he find it? He can't. But he makes a dive through the smoke and he mistimes it ever slightly. Shanahan opens the throttle once again. Espen Road goes for the front wheel and across the line. Well, here we go, we're back on the line. Espen Road from Norway sits on the line, 1,000 horsepower BMW E46 to lead out Jack Shanahan in a Toyota GT86. Get the green light, Shanahan will start to creep, and there we go, both cars pop up into gear and through the gears. They come down for initiation. Shanahan left though in a cloud of smoke as Espen Road sticks into the wall. Shanahan now desperately trying to play catch up, and he does as he into the gap as he now puts the GT86 right where it needs to be, onto the door, onto the front wheel, across.
This is nuts. I had heard, yeah.
There we go, slide him left for Espen Road, right for Jack Shanahan. It's going to be Jack Shanahan getting the win, advancing through, keeping that championship hope alive. Can he? His name. Conor Shanahan will have all of Ireland pushing him along right now. Make it into his first ever Final Four in Drift Masters in 2025. They're off and through the gears, and Zacharil's left in a cloud of smoke. And the car breaks down, he doesn't initiate, and Shanahan fires it in. And Marco Zacharil replicates what happened to him here many moons ago at Drift Masters, where the car failed at the highest point of the event.
Man, absolutely gutted for him. This is a worst nightmare come true for Marco Zacharil.
Look at this, Zacharil out of the car is coming over, and Shanahan throws up his hands and they embrace, and this will be absolute heartbreak. So Marco Zacharil bows out of competition in top 8. That means that Conor Shanahan steps one closer to a podium spot this weekend. Certainly is. Well, we're back on the line. It's going to be Jack Shanahan to lead out Mika Keski-Korpi. Jack, the high qualifier, sticking with what he knows. He knows that he likes to lead first, and Shanahan sits on the line and he waits for that green light as Mika Keski-Korpi starts to creep. The Finnish driver wants to get this job done as he slams through the gears and flicks that car to initiation already. Shanahan down into outside zone 1, a little shallow, but Mika Keski-Korpi checks himself up and has to get back into it. But Shanahan goes nice and wide into outside zone 3, goes for the transition back, flicks it to angle. Mika Keski-Korpi on the inside, shallowing up the angle, trying to hang with the pace from Jack Shanahan as Keski-Korpi now once again lost in the smoke, goes for the dive, goes for the side of that GT86 as Keski-Korpi gets there across. Shanahan on the line, Mika Keski-Korpi to lead them in. They get the thumbs up all around, both cars slam into gear, and we wait for that green light as Keski-Korpi now leads out Jack Shanahan through the gears, down into initiation. Big flick from both guys. They stand on the throttle. Shanahan puts more angle on it to slow the car down as he now glues it to the side. Mika Keski-Korpi with Shanahan on the foot brake, has to slow the car down, now loses some ground from Mika Keski-Korpi as Keski-Korpi goes for that full throttle transition into outside zone 4, put flat to the floor for Keski-Korpi as he flicks it towards outside zone 5. Look now, the Irishman is with him, he's onto the door as Keski-Korpi goes for the final outside zone. Shanahan is right. There you go, Mika Keski-Korpi happy, so is Jack Shanahan, but who's going to be happy in the top 4? Slide him left for Keski-Korpi, right for Shanahan. It's going to be Jack Shanahan getting the win, advancing through to the final. Surgeon. The Shadow versus the Surgeon sit on the line, and it's going to be Shanahan to leave the line from the green light. They slam through the gears and they flick it to angle as they both fire down, and they flick it to angle once again, and Shanahan goes nice onto the wall. A little check up there from Pavel Korpolinski as he squeezes his S14 into the pocket of Conor Shanahan's GT86. They flow into outside zone 4. Neither guy wanting to give up as Korpolinski pushes once again and bursts through the smoke as he looks for the front wheel of that GT86. They go to the edge of the circuit into the wall across. Champion as they sit on the line. Korpolinski gets the green light and it is go time as they slam through the gears. Shanahan laser focus, flicks that car, pulls the steering wheel towards the back end of that S14 as they fire into that first outside zone. The second one collected. Korpolinski's on an absolute flyer. And Shanahan can't be shaken as they fire through the smoke. Korpolinski goes for that perfect line into that outside zone. Korpolinski giving him all the opportunity to get close and personal onto the door. And Shanahan takes it through the smoke as he goes closer than Korpolinski as he rubs the wheel on the door across.
This out.
Well, here we go, decisions in, slide it left for Shanahan, right for Korpolinski, and it's a split judging panel, but Shanahan gets the... final, and it's lights on and away we go as these guys now wait for the green light, and Shanahan will now lead out Piotr Więcek at a spot for the final, and waits for one of these guys. It's an early initiation for Więcek as he fires onto the door of Shanahan. There's no mistakes from Shanahan though as he puts it right to the end of the circuit. Lead line from Jack Shanahan as Więcek goes dive through the smoke onto the front wheel, and he does repay the favour. He does what Shanahan did as they fire back once again. flag there with the two Shanahans from Killavollen, and the decision's in. Slide them left for Shanahan, right for Viansek. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a one more time. That's what it's going to. And the man from Ireland would love nothing more than to battle his brother in the final. As a light goes green, it's going to be Shanahan to lead out Viansek for a spot in the final. Both cars pop a flame on initiation. They fire down. Shanahan on it nice and early, dives in the angle. But look at Viansek. He's with him. Touches the foot brake, dips the front end of that Supra onto the side of that GT86 as they fire up back onto the wall again. Outside zone 4, nice and early from Shanahan. But it opens the door for Viansek as Viansek's absolutely glued to the side of Jack Shanahan. A nice transition with Shanahan's deeper into the wall. Viansek can't be shaken. The Polishman's with him at the scene as well. They wait for the decision to drop in, and these two guys nervously wait down trackside, and so do their crew as they bite their fingernails in anticipation of will they see the two brothers face off in the final here in Germany, or we see a replay of Conor versus Peter. Once again, the decision's in. Slide them left for Jack and right for Peter. It's one vote for Peter. It's one vote for... It's Jack Shanahan gets the win and advances to the final to face off again.
Give you the best lead I can. I'm obviously not as committed as you, but it should be deep everywhere.
You're not just sitting around. But if it happens, no happens, buddy. Fucking 1-2. Only fucking jobs.
Exactly. Enjoy. Love you, kid.
Wait for him, run.
This is what we gave our whole life to.
Absolutely right.
They get in our off way. This means more to Conor than it does to Jack, but emotionally, it means more to Jack. To overcome all those devils that he's had this year throughout multiple championships. The lights get flickered, the car slammed into gear, the green light goes.
You fucking got me by Carolyn.
It wasn't perfect on my side though, to be honest with you. I had a little bit of a wobble on the entry.
Or fucking just do the same again. Be alright enough. Oh yeah, these people pay to come to see us like this.
Yeah, it's fairly enough. So you're good to go straight back to the start line, or you want to stop?
I'm going to stop for a second just to cool myself down.
One more time, both guys pull to the back of the grid, and now the tyres start to get called by the team members of both.
This is just what drifting.
And enjoy, buddy.
I hope I can fucking hold it together now for a good lead.
Can.
This weekend, and here we go, they pull to the line, no games played, it's just heads up, driver on driver, two cars identical as they everything at it. They look for the green light. Could this be the final run of round 6 2025 as they come off the line? It's going to be Jack Shanahan to lead out his brother Conor, and Conor fires it in onto the back wheel already, but look at the lead line from Jack Shanahan as he puts it to the wall. Now Conor loses some ground, he starts to regain it as he shortcuts the circuit, but look at the flawless line into outside zone 4 from Jack Shanahan. Conor's with him, onto the front wheel he goes, he pops through the smoke on transition. Jack Shanahan finds the edge of the circuit, but Conor's buried onto the door. Conor Shanahan pushes Jack.
I fucked it into outer zone 1. For fuck's sake, my entry was unbelievable, but I got on the brakes too hard and washed a little. Great job, buddy. Fuck, great job. I don't know. It was a bit of a mistake on my side.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We've all had mistakes. You could be one more time, like, you never know. But that lead was fucking mad again, like, I don't know how the fuck I'm doing so good.
College feeling, man. Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, that was good crack.
I can't believe I got on the brakes too hard.
See We'll see.
To the crowd and shake hands, and what a scene to see these two young gentlemen who come from that small town Killavullen in Ireland, growing up, driving together and becoming these two superstars. Off their hands devices, the decision's in, slide it left for Conor Shanahan, right for Jack Shanahan. It's going to be Conor Shanahan taking the win and taking a clean sweep this weekend in Germany. P1 in qualifying, the first place winner of the qualifying showdown, and first place here at the top 32 in the competition. Conor Shanahan takes it all. And there we go, triple donuts for the three guys on.
In the championship, hoping to get that crown one more time. It is Bjorn. Second place from Ireland, a driver you never want to see in your rearview mirror. And now moving his way up, ready to take the fight to Poland as well, Mr. Jack Shanahan! One more round of applause for Jack Shanahan. Champion in the 2025 Trip Masters Championship, Conor the Shadow Shanahan!
Conor beat me in Germany.
Twice.
Twice in one weekend. Fuck's sake. Yeah, no. We ended up P1, P2 in the final after a fairly hectic night of battles, I must say. Like, I must say the cars ran absolutely flawless all day, driving so good. And yeah, to meet in the final, second time, it's unbelievable. And yeah, I got the job done against Peter, made Conor's life a bit easier heading into Poland to hopefully bring the championship home again. So I feel like that was my main mission tonight. And then when we got to the final, fell asleep again in the start line as usual. But it's one of these. But you have to be happy.
Yeah, very happy. Obviously, Jack beating Peter was a massive part of the night overall. We were fairly stressed. And yeah, I think for me it was just more of trying to find a balance all day of what's too much and what's not enough. I almost gave it not enough in some places, but overall it was a really successful weekend to manage to qualify first, P1 in the showdown, P1 overall. I feel like that's not easy to do these days, especially with the level what we're at on a track like this. So yeah, just tried to keep as much composure as I could overall over the weekend. But as Jack said in the final, for me the work was done. Obviously I caught Jack sleeping a little bit off the starting line. Car for some reason really hooked up in the final, which was kind of strange because it didn't really hook up all weekend. I was trying to find the rhythm all day, but in the final it was really good. So yeah, really successful weekend. Lead the championship by 8 points only, so it's tit for tat in the final. But the most important thing is that I feel like this year I drove good enough all year to have my name on top of the leaderboard going into the final, so I feel like that was a really massive part of this weekend. And the disappointing part is that if I actually probably done something in Riga, I could have probably been close to winning the championship tonight. But you take the losers, you take the wins, massive. I honestly thought I was not going to beat Jack tonight. It's the best I've seen him drive in a long time. actually.
Oh, 100%.
I think you were really on it. His lead runs were really risky, a lot more risky than mine. I almost went in the wall behind him going into outer zone 2, and I really could not believe how much he could trust the car to stop there. So, as I said, I thought I wasn't going to beat you, but obviously we got the jump a little bit on the lead run, and yeah, I was glad to get the championship points, but obviously none of us want to lose to each other, but overall, successful weekend.
Yeah, no, like it's like going into the final, I was under so much pressure all night trying to be as good as I could be, because I knew Peter was like my only battle that I like was like, I have to win this one, like no matter what, I have to win this one. And once I done that, I like all the stress left my body, and then when we got to the final, like we were on the radio and I was like, let's just enjoy this. Like I don't care losing to you, like ever. So like I was, not that I wasn't trying, because I still drove as hard as ever, but when you got the jump, that was just my chase run basically over, and I just gave you the best lead I could, and it is what it is. But
yeah, absolutely, and I think we have to say unbelievable thank you to the team this weekend. Like it really blows my mind every single time I drive here now of like how actually good the boys are. Like the work that they had to do leading up to this event. They put a head on Jack's car last night, changed the clutch on my car.
It was a big
unbelievable.
weekend. Like
and
even
hot.
like everything, like Corey for doing absolutely everything before the event, making sure that we get here and everything is organised, and then the boys just putting in the work. Like no matter what we asked them to do, they was like,
never
it's done.
complain.
Like it's not an issue, just job done. And like, they nearly have more passion for this than we do, because like we get to enjoy it, and like they sit here working hard, struggling all weekend just to make sure we get to the podium, and they deserve this win more than we do, I think. So yeah, like this one is definitely to the team, because without those guys it wouldn't be possible at all.
Now a championship would be the cherry on the cake for sure. A championship podium for both of us would be very successful, and as Jack says, I can't thank enough the stress, what's been lifted off my shoulders with you, Corey, doing everything. Everybody is doing everything how they need to do. The companies who give us a chance to build a car and let Jack have the tools to build a car how he wants to build a car. It's been unbelievable. It has really been a pleasure for me this year to drive this car. Every single time I drive it, I feel like I'm a broken record at this stage, but
it's unbelievable.
It really blows my mind how good the car is, how good the team is, how good the background team is. And yeah, roll on Poland, and like, subscribe, do all the things you're good at doing, and you can finish it off.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.